Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to our shop. Hopefully you enjoy what we're doing here, and maybe along the way we can all learn stuff as we go through and try to rebuild some classic cars, and we all have a little bit of fun on the way. Hope you enjoy. Well, today we have the 68. I really haven't done much of a walk around on this car or explained much about it. But what we have going on here is this radiator doesn't fit, so it has vibrated and is coming loose here and here. And before the radiator totally falls out of the thing, I'm putting in a different radiator. Sometime this car had hood pins in it, and I don't know if they did a real good job of it. But the 440 Magnum tin plate from a buddy of mine. This car is a true RT. I decoded it one time. It's WS2383-544B15. And then the sequence number, that's all on the lower part of the VIN tag. Then on the top, or on the next line, under the 1 and the 2, you have a 95. Then under the 7, you have an 8. The axle, it looks like a 48. Trim, I believe, is a 96R. Paint is WW1. And I don't know what this other numbers are supposed to be. UBS, but underneath the U is an R, and under the S is an 8. And then on the next line up, where the alphabet starts, you have an R under the 1. And then on the top, very top line, can't see if that's a 3 or a 5. Let me look at this a little better. I believe that's a 3 under the C, and then a 4 right after that, which I believe is the D, because A and B, I think, is where the screw goes. And then you have, let me show you this. It's hard to read, but over here, under the U is a 1, and then there's another 1, whatever that last number is. Yeah. Okay, so this is how I determine this car to be. WS23 obviously is a Coronet RT hardtop, engine 444 barrel HP, tires F70 14, red sidewalls, year 68, build date November 15. So this is an early Coronet RT. So it was built in November 15th of 1967. Axle 323 sure grip. Interior sports trim vinyl bucket seats, red. So this car originally had red interior. Paint white. This car originally had white paint. Other burgundy upper door frames, color, and then color code is a striped deleted car. So it was a striped delete car. Moldings. It had the wide seal moldings, which is 1925. Drip rails, 78. Wheel lip moldings. The uppercase ABC options. The one that's underneath the R is for AM radio. Lowercase ABC options. The lowercase b, the 4 under the lowercase b means bucket seats. The 1 under the U means sold when built. Someone special ordered the car. So let's just kind of drink this car in. Obviously, it's no longer white. We took off the moldings on the vinyl top and we haven't put them back on yet. I wonder where they're at. Well, why don't you go grab them? We'll stick them on real quick. your vans out here. It does have the wheel opening moldings, and it does have the lower seal moldings yet. Obviously, it now has a stripe on it. Still has the burgundy upper door frames, but now it has white interior instead of red. Car got dirty because I live on a gravel road. Trunk lid was so rusted out on this car when I bought it that I took a drill and drilled probably a good 1/4 inch into it and never did go through all the Bondo that was in that trunk. These are really known for having the trunk lids rust out on them really bad. This ended up getting a new trunk lid back in 2000, I think. And this one was quite expensive for that time even, and was warped. It had been in a fire. We had to straighten it. This car had a buddy seat when I bought it and never had the floor mounts for floor shifter. It also had the automatic on the column, which is the way I believe that it actually came. But today I'm going to attempt to put in a new radiator. I went and I ordered a radiator, an aluminum radiator that looks factory, but it's aluminum. Dad went and got the trim, so now the dog thinks it's a treat. I got this deal here, and this is supposed to get down underneath there and block that hose off. So I'm going to try that now. And if you've ever been under one of these, you're going to know there's not a lot of room to get to this hose anywhere. And I don't know if this is actually going to be a success or not. Oh, another thing about this car is that it was a non-power steering car, non-power brakes, non-power steering, and now has power steering. I have been wanting to do this for so long. So afraid that driving the thing down the road, it was going to come out on me, just fall out. All of a sudden you hear a big bloop. Down the road it goes. What was that? I guess we don't care if we bust the neck on that one, do we? Water in here yet? I ain't using this hose. Yes, I have a new hose to put on it. Brand new hose to put on it, yep. Well, that part's done. Let's go home. Wait a minute, I am home. Man, I tell you what, I really went with the big bolts on that deal, didn't I? Yeah. One thing about it is the fan shroud was not falling out. Now, the whole idea of that clamp, the antifreeze should stay inside the block. Why I thought I needed 1/2-inch screws holding that in there, I don't know, 1/2-inch bolts. For a long time, this car did not have a radiator in, or a radiator, a fan shroud in it at all. I just put this in not too long ago. Why don't you disconnect that negative battery cable? I don't think it's going anywhere today. Oh, I don't have any antifreeze.
Oh. It's going to stay.
It's staying tonight. Yeah. I didn't even think about buying antifreeze today. Why would I think of that?
That's because you wouldn't think about doing it.
No. I really was not thinking about doing it. That block still may have the antifreeze in it, actually.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it might. Because I don't know how much antifreeze that holds, but I would have figured if it was draining the block and everything, I'd have had to empty that. But that's about what, 7 quarts? I don't know what that holds. What a mess that made. I think we had to drill holes in this radiator actually to get this to fit, didn't we?
I don't know, because I think I wasn't here when you did that.
Yeah, I can't remember if I had to drill holes in the sides there to get that to get it to fit in this radiator.
Yeah.
Okay, now that that is loose, should be able to just slide that back over the
Yeah.
fan itself. Maybe. I'm gonna have to look at it probably a little bit. There we go. Yeah. So what we did was I took that loose, and then I was able to slide that back over the fan. So I should be able to just pick this radiator right up out of there and not have to remove the fan. But first, I got to go get the transmission lines loose. Automatic cars. Now the trick to transmission lines is hopefully they don't bust. And this is not looking good. It's already wanting to turn it. There we go. I think I got it. I'm trying to hold my mouth right. I think it actually came loose. Of course, you're always down here just messing around with all the antifreeze when you're doing all this.
Probably shut that off now.
Probably could, yeah. Probably ain't gonna matter here in a minute anyway. All right. One's off. Come on. Don't you dare. This one's fighting me. I really don't want to break a transmission line today. That's not going to make my day. I said this one's fighting me, and I really don't want to bust a transmission line today.
Can you hold the other one? Is there a nut you can, a wrench you can put on the other?
That's what I'm going to try right now.
Until you can bust it loose.
Huh?
Until you can bust it loose, anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to try that right now. That felt better.
Yeah.
Jeez, I can't believe I got that messed up on my
backwards.
backwards, upside down. I'm everything.
Well, and you can't see it either.
No.
Makes a difference.
Smelling transmission fluid. Better get this under here. Get Kathy's driveway all messier than what it is.
Yeah.
Should be. She already got mad at me for doing a burnout on it. You're going to be scrubbing the driveway. I just want to test my sure grip. It's not like a brake jack that I just revved it up a little bit and dumped the clutch. Well, yeah, I did it on purpose. I was testing the sure grip. I'm saying it's not like I sat there and smoked them, you know.
That was enough.
That was enough. Oh, that one dropped in there. Yeah, I don't think that is working. We're draining the whole block.
Yep.
You know what, though? I think it did work.
Maybe.
It's not coming out of the hose. It's coming out of the radiator.
Oh.
Down there. I bought those things from a Snap-on guy years and years and years ago. And no, I don't think they're actually Snap-on. But he had them on his car there. Double nut trouble is what that is. Okay, we may have to we may have kind of a problem getting this out of here. Oh, of course you're going to turn on me. Huh? Yeah, that's 9/16. I'm going to need that. Absolutely. This is definitely not what's supposed to be there. This thing had a pretty hard life up to the time we got it. Can't tell if there's another one down there. There is. Of course, that's not going to be the same size.
Inch?
Yep.
Doesn't look like there's one down there.
No, there's not. Of course, that's going to turn on me. Not that it was very tight. That's why this radiator is busting all apart. It's because it wasn't tight. Well, it's about to fall out the bottom, actually. This thing's sideways.
Yeah.
Lift it right out of there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take this fan out, which I really don't want to do. Yeah. It's also, I'm going to have to take this fan out. I don't want to take this fan out, but I'm going to have to because it's catching, trying to come out of here on the oop, 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 oop. There it is.
Found a big washer down there. That wasn't there before.
Yeah, I don't know where that washer came from either. I know that's not factory.
Nope.
Speaking of factory, this is a good time to do this, actually. There should be a number. Let me go grab a light. It's upside down, but there's the number right there. I'm going to bring you guys in here. Dad's trying to see the number. I'm trying to get you guys in there to be able to see the number. Okay, so right here is the number. Dad's pointing to it. Right there. It's upside down. It looks to me like it reads 8WI 97674. Now, if you come over here and you look at the sequence number, 197674. So the first number on here is an 8, which means it's a 68. Then a W, which means that it's
Right.
no, that means it's a cornet. And then you have the 197674. I would be where it was built, I believe.
Yeah.
Not sure what the I means. But anyway, no, that's a 1. Okay. So 197674. Right here, you have your W right there, Coronet 197674. So that shows you that this radiator support matches this car. So now we know that the radiator support's never been out of this car. That's kind of cool. Not many cars can say that. Here is the transmission, and those right there are the transmission on the new radiator. I'm going to try to get these out, which I don't think that's going to be my problem, but I don't think the rest of it's going to fit. I'm going to have to see. And the reason we're doing this in the driveway is because my shop, we've been working on painting and insulating the shop. So there really isn't room because it's kind of a mess. More than what it usually is. Well, that could have been an antifreeze leak, couldn't it?
Good. No, that'd be
Or not antifreeze,
transmission.
transmission. Yeah, that thing wasn't even finger tight.
Maybe that's where all that transmission oil is going.
Could be, yeah. We're going to have to go from that
Yep.
to that.
Have a reducer.
Yep. So there's no use of putting this transmission in the rest of the way tonight.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to, or not transmission, this radiator, because we're going to have to take this radiator in with us,
yep,
along with that to get a
what we
reducer.
need, yeah.
All right, well, Dad, I think I'm going to call tonight. What do you think?
I think so.
Well, it's all tore apart now. We'll get some antifreeze for it also. Radiator is in. It's leaking, but it's in. We ended up putting in a transmission cooler. I'm trying to save this transmission as much as I can. It was run with the kickdown linkage not adjusted right. So I ended up putting in a low car in it. But also, fun fact about this car that I did not realize until now, the reason why we're having such a hard time getting these radiators to fit, this is where the mounting goes for a 26-inch radiator. And look at this. This car came with a 22-inch radiator. Now, I thought that all RTs had 22-inch radiator or 26-inch radiator. I just thought that was kind of standard. But obviously, this one did not, because we already know that that is the original radiator support for this car. So now we go back and we look. And if we come back here and look, so you have your capital alphabet. And for it to be a 26-inch radiator car, the A would have to have a 1 under it, and it does not. The only one that does is the R, which is for AM radio. Never goes to show that you think you know a car, you bought the car back in 1983, and when I bought the car, it had a 26-inch radiator in it out of a 70 Super B. I know that much. And then the one I took out was a 26-inch radiator, which was an aftermarket one. Well, I'm going to have to buy me a 22-inch aluminum radiator. This one won't go to waste. I've got another car to use this on that is a 68 RT and does have a capital A with a 1, which is a 26-inch radiator. More on that car in the future because that one's going to be a fun one. I haven't introduced that car to anybody yet, so, but it is an actual 68 RT also. All right, well, I was going to make more of a video of me putting this in, but didn't have the actual camera on. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of Fender decoding, Fender tag decoding. I do have another Fender tag. Well, I've got a few more Fender tags that I could decode if you want me to do some more on that. 68s are really tough. 69, it gets a lot easier. But anyway, if you want me to do that, let me know down below. Otherwise, you all have a good day.